Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good afternoon. The devotional today will be led by the Reverend Jay Voorhees of the Trinity Methodist Church in Montpelier.
Speaker Krawinski and members of the Vermont House. This past July, my wife Mary and I left the state of Tennessee for the welcoming and wonderful state of Vermont. And for the past 6 months now, I've been pleased to serve both churches here in Montpelier, as well as in Plainfield and in Northfield. Last Sunday, as our churches considered the life and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, we were drawn to a word from the Hebrew scriptures, from the prophet Isaiah. Isaiah was speaking to a community that had been in exile, but they were returning to a homeland that had radically changed. The world as they formerly knew it had gone away, and they were faced with the impossible task of rebuilding a new life together. And in offering hope to the Hebrew people facing change, he wrote, "For Zion's sake, I won't keep silent, and for Jerusalem's sake, I won't sit still, until her righteousness shines out like a light and her salvation blazes like a torch." Now, while our towns have not been destroyed, although they've gone through some tough times, I've learned in my short time here in Vermont that our state is confronted with great challenges. The world has and is changing around us. And you've been elected by your neighbors to address that change with a new vision for our life together. It's a sacred trust, and know that you are in our prayers. It is that responsibility for the needs of all Vermonters that I think makes Isaiah's words so important today. I think if he were here today, he would say that for Vermont's sake, we can't keep silent, nor can we sit still until we find the solutions for what ails us and find all the ways that all of our citizens can thrive. We must use our voices to be advocates for the needs and the rights of all of our constituents, especially the most vulnerable, whose voices are often drowned out by those with power and resources. We must speak out against injustice, promoting the common good and holding those in power accountable. And even when we're tired, we must keep going, knowing that finding the solutions that address our challenges are not easy, but necessary. The goal is to create what Dr. King called the beloved community, a place where all are treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their background or circumstances. To meet this goal, we must work together and embody the principles of justice and compassion. You have the power to inspire hope. You have the power to ignite a sense of shared purpose throughout this state. And my hope and prayer is that you will shine forth like a blazing torch, embodying the belief that we can create a place in which everyone, all of us, can thrive. If you would, bow in prayer with me. Creator of the universe, we gather today to speak and work on behalf of our neighbors. We know the challenges are great and the work is hard, but we also know that we have been given the power to make great things happen. Help us to put aside our egos and our ideologies and all the other barriers we face, to listen carefully, to reason completely, and to deliberate with dignity and respect until we can find a common ground on the solutions we need. And may we speak passionately on behalf of those at the margins of society. May we be filled with energy to address the needs of those who are often forgotten, and may our light shine forth throughout our state and our nation, telling all that we believe in the possibility of a place in which neighbors take care of neighbors, and all people can know the fullness of your love. Amen.
Members, we have 17 bills for introduction today. So with that, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion to suspend our rules in order to introduce bills by number only.
The member from Poultney moves that we suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have suspended our rules to introduce bills by number only. Please listen to the first reading of bills by number only.
H 62,
To energy and digital infrastructure,
H 63,
to general and housing,
H 64,
to judiciary,
H 65,
to energy and digital infrastructure,
H 66,
to government operations and military affairs,
H 67,
to government operations and military affairs,
H 68,
to education,
H 69,
to human services,
H 70,
to environment,
H 72.
to healthcare.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, to, my apologies.
My apologies. H 71.
71 to healthcare,
Thank you. My apologies. H 72,
to government operations and military affairs,
H 73,
to environment,
H 74,
to ways and means,
H 75,
to healthcare,
H 76,
to ways and means,
H 77,
to ways and means.
and H 78.
As a committee bill, House Bill 78 is placed on Friday's notice calendar. Members, are there any announcements? Member from Callis.
Madam Speaker, I move that the Committee on General and Housing be relieved of House Bill 50. House Bill 50 is an act relating to identifying state real property suitable for conversion to affordable housing, and that the same be committed to the Committee on Corrections and Institutions.
The member from Callis moves that the Committee on General and Housing be relieved of House Bill 50, which is an act relating to identifying state real property suitable for conversion into affordable housing, and that the same be committed to the Committee on Corrections and Institutions. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have relieved the Committee on General and Housing of House Bill 50 and committed the same to the Committee on Commerce, on Corrections and Institutions. Are there any further announcements? Member from West Rutland.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I consider us lucky in House Judiciary because once or twice a year, Chief Justice Reiber comes in and has a chat with us basically and goes over a lot of his beliefs and you know, in the judicial system and that type of thing. And he has actually reached out to the whole body for anybody who does want to go have a chat with him every Friday morning from 8 to 9 in the cafeteria. Chief Justice will be in there to answer any questions or concerns that you may have about our judicial system. And it really is a great opportunity. He's pretty amazing man. So hopefully you can show up.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Montpelier.
I just want to remind the legislators that you have all been invited to attend U32 and Montpelier's joint production of Hadestown Teen Edition on Thursday night, January 30th. That's next Thursday night at 7 p.m. at U32 High School. The show may sell out in advance, so if you plan to attend, please be sure to request your complimentary ticket to see the high school version of this phenomenal Tony Award-winning musical that started on the streets of Montpelier and has been on Broadway since 2019.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Berrytown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I apologize in advance for my voice. I wish the body would help me welcoming today a very special former member of the House of Representatives, and that is Tom Koch. Now, Tom Koch is the reason that I am standing before you in this chamber today. It was at an unfortunate Easter dinner that Tom and I sat down to talk about politics. And he asked me what my interest was in. I replied to him, well, one day I'd like to serve in the Vermont House of Representatives. Well, little did I know that Tom would be ambushing me 2 weeks later with a petition with my name printed on it. And Tom has been an instrumental person in my political career. He has done a lot of my proofreading. He's cautioned me on some things. Some of that advice has been ignored, as you all know. And I just hope that the whole body can join me in giving Tom Koch a real warm welcome back to his house.
Will the former member and guest of the member from Berrytown please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements? The member from Berrytown.
Yes, on a way less serious note, the Sportsman's Caucus will be meeting in room 270 of the pavilion. We pushed the meeting time back to 4:30 as we have training, so we will see you at the Sportsman's Caucus.
Are there any further announcements? Members, the chair has one, but we're going to go to the member from South Burlington first.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to remind folks that tonight at the Capitol Plaza from 5 to 7, we will be bridging the dialogue between lawmakers and Vermont's labor community, and it'll be a really fun event and hope to see folks there.
Are there any further announcements? The chair has one. This is just a reminder that we do have our House ethics training and rules and decorum training after we adjourn. It will take us about 5 to 10 minutes to get set up, so please do not go far. If you could stay in your seats or in the chamber, that would be greatly appreciated. With that, are there any further announcements? Seeing none, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to adjourn until Friday, January 24th at 9:30 a.m.?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion this body stand in adjournment until Friday, January 24th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m.
You have heard the motion. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and this body stands in adjournment